It's here. The universe isn't waiting. The next few hours hold everything you need to claim your ascension. The energy of this final week of November isn't just another ripple in the cosmos. Right now, whether you feel it or not, the universe is aligning in ways that challenge the very fabric of reality. For those who are listening, those attuned to spiritual energy, this week holds a significance far beyond what words can describe. This isn't about waiting for change anymore. The change is here, and it's calling you to step forward. Think back. Have you felt it? The synchronicities leading up to this? The weird feelings in your body? Those weren't coincidences. They were markers, guiding you to this moment. This is your call to action. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. What you do with this energy will shape not just how you finish this year, but how you enter the next. The only question is, are you ready to answer the call? The clock is ticking, and these next 48 hours will set the tone for everything. We're standing at the edge of a spiritual portal, and this next week will be a huge window of transformation. But the most important part of it is the first few hours. Time may feel like it's moving faster, but in these hours it's also stretching, folding in on itself, creating a concentrated moment where growth and breakthroughs can happen at lightning speed. Have you noticed strange synchronicities lately? A sudden sense of clarity, or perhaps the opposite? A haze of confusion, as if your world is trying to rearrange itself? Those aren't random. They're signs of this compressed energy. But here's the secret. What you're feeling now, that's just the surface. The real shift is deeper, and it's happening whether you acknowledge it or not. That's why these 48 hours are so important, because they're not just about noticing. They're about acting. So ask yourself, what will you do with this moment? Because the next steps you take could ripple far beyond this week and into the very fabric of your future. Be prepared. It's not going to be easy for you. This isn't just another week on the calendar. For those on the Ascension path, this is the week where everything you've been working on, spiritually, emotionally, even physically, is being put to the test. And no, it's not a coincidence. The universe doesn't work that way. Think about it. November, the month before the final chapter of the year, is a symbolic gateway. The energy now is asking, are you ready for what's next? And that question doesn't come without challenges. You might notice it in the form of conflicts that seem to come out of nowhere, perhaps in your relationships where old wounds resurface. Or maybe it's internal, like doubts you thought you'd buried suddenly bubbling to the surface. The point isn't to frustrate you, it's to refine you. Challenges aren't roadblocks, they're invitations to rise higher. The key is how you respond. Will you allow yourself to be overwhelmed? Or will you pause, take a deep breath, and ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because every emotional wave, every unexpected twist is a reflection of something deeper within you that's ready to be healed or released. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. These tests are not random. They're precisely tailored to push you toward your highest alignment. They're here to clear the path ahead, so that when December rolls around, you can step into it fully ready. It's not just you. Everyone is feeling it. The air feels heavy, doesn't it? For weeks now, there's been an undercurrent of chaos, a strange, almost tangible energy that you can't quite put your finger on. And here's the thing, it's not your imagination. For the past few days especially, the world has been feeling the effects of solar activity and heightened energetic shifts. Maybe you felt the headaches, the dizziness, or that unsettling sensation of imbalance, like the ground is shifting beneath your feet. Your body knows what your mind can't explain. Listen to it. These sensations aren't random. They're the culmination of energy we've been carrying, enduring, and absorbing for weeks. And now, in this last stretch of November, it's reaching its peak. It's not just physical, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. The collective energy is chaotic, fragmented, and for some, overwhelming. But here's the truth: chaos is a sign of transformation. Before anything settles into a new state, it must break apart first. So if you're feeling stretched thin or pulled in 100 directions, understand that this is part of the process. And remember, you're not alone in this. That strange heaviness, that sense of something's off, is shared by many right now, whether they're aware of it or not. The energy is collective, and it's rising to clear out what no longer serves us. So when the world feels chaotic, find your stillness. That's where the clarity lies. This final week might feel intense, but it's also a gift, a chance to ride the wave of this energy and come out on the other side lighter, freer, and more aligned than ever before. There's a strange stillness creeping in, isn't there? It feels like the world is asking you to pull away, to step back from the noise, the people, and even the familiar comforts of your routine. And here's the truth: it's not an accident. This final week is a period where many of you, especially those deeply attuned to the energetic shifts, may feel an overwhelming draw to isolation. You are not withdrawing, you're recalibrating. At first, it might feel like a void, a sudden sense of loneliness. But don't mistake it for something negative. This solitude isn't here to punish you. It's here to heal you, to prepare you. The universe is gently, yet firmly, pulling you inward, because what's coming in December requires clarity and strength. Think of this moment as a spiritual cocoon. Just as a caterpillar withdraws into stillness before emerging transformed, you're being asked to pause, reflect, and shed the heaviness you've carried throughout the year. It might feel uncomfortable, especially in a world that thrives on constant connection, but trust the process. The solitude isn't empty. It's full of whispers, lessons, and revelations if you allow yourself to listen. Sometimes the quietest moments are the ones that speak the loudest. So don't resist it. Embrace the stillness, the separation. Let it prepare you for what's next. December is coming, and it carries its own wave of energy. But this week, the universe is creating space within you to hold it. The most significant battles are fought when no one can see them. There's something stirring beneath the surface this week, something you can feel but can't quite touch. It's a tension, a pull, a battle not of swords or words, but of energy. It's subtle, yet unmistakable, a spiritual warfare that's happening all around you, and if you're not careful, within you as well. It's in the small moments, an unexpected argument, an intrusive thought, a wave of doubt that seems to come from nowhere. It's that person who suddenly challenges your peace or the situation that feels designed to throw you off balance. These aren't just random occurrences. They are part of a larger, unseen push and pull, a clash between the forces that want to elevate you and the ones that want to keep you exactly where you are. Not everyone you encounter is meant to help you ascend. Some are only here to test your resolve. As you rise, the resistance grows. The brighter your light, the more attention it draws, not just from those who celebrate it, but from those who fear it. And this isn't just about people. This week, you may notice a heaviness in the air, a strange restlessness, or a lingering feeling that something is trying to get in the way of your focus and progress. But don't panic. You're not here to fight these forces head-on. You're here to transcend them. Spiritual warfare isn't about engaging with the chaos. It's about recognizing it for what it is and refusing to give it your energy. This is the week where your boundaries will either protect you or betray you. Be vigilant about what you allow into your space. Guard your energy like the sacred gift it is. Limit your exposure to negativity, whether it's from people, media, or even your own thoughts. When you feel the pull of lower energies, pause, ground yourself, breathe, and remind yourself, this moment is not here to defeat you. It's here to remind you of your strength. This isn't just a battle, it's a test. The universe isn't asking you to fight harder, it's asking you to stand taller, because when you stand in your light, the darkness doesn't stand a chance. You can run from a lot of things, but not this. Not now. This week's energy isn't something you can brush off, ignore, or push to the side. It's not just something happening around you, it's happening within you. Right now, your body, your mind, your very soul is acting like an antenna, picking up vibrations that are beyond the physical realm. You're not just feeling the shifts, you're embodying them. And here's the thing, there's no running from it. The energy isn't chasing you, it's already inside you. You have two choices, face it head on or let it overwhelm you. But ignoring it? That's not an option anymore. The energy is breaking through whether you're ready or not. This is a time to look inward because what's stirring within you holds answers. Maybe it's an old pattern that needs breaking, a truth you've been avoiding, or a calling you've been too scared to answer. Whatever it is, it's surfacing now because it can't stay buried any longer. You can either let this energy shake you or let it shape you. Yes, it might feel intense. Yes, it might even feel chaotic. But remember, energy only disrupts when it's clearing the way for something greater. So lean into it, feel it, use it. This is your chance to move forward lighter, freer, and more aligned than you've been all year. This week, you are more powerful than you've ever realized. Right now, the energies of the universe are aligning in a way that amplifies what's already inside you. Intuition, manifestation, and your ability to sense the unseen. They're all at their peak. But here's the truth. This power isn't just handed to you. You have to choose to harness it. You're not waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Do you feel those flashes of insight? The subtle nudges telling you to act, to create, to believe? Those aren't coincidences. This is the final week where hidden abilities within you, abilities you may not even know you have, are being called to the surface. So how do you use this energy? Start simple. Meditate in the early morning or late at night, when the veil is thinnest and the quiet is loud enough to hear your inner voice. Create a personal mantra, something that grounds you and aligns you with your purpose. Say it, write it, live it, and don't underestimate the power of action. Acts of radical kindness, no matter how small, will ripple through the universe this week, amplifying your vibration and drawing abundance toward you. You have more power in your intention than you do in your words. So be intentional with everything. This week will test you, but not to break you. It's here to reveal what you've been made for all along. The final week of November isn't just another chapter, it's the prologue to something much bigger. Right now, you're standing on the threshold of the last month of the year, a month that holds the potential to bring closure, clarity, and a sense of purpose you've been searching for all year long. But before you step into that energy, you must face this week. And let's be honest, this week will challenge you. The energy isn't gentle, it's purposeful. It's not here to coddle you, it's here to prepare you. That means discomfort. The real question isn't whether this week will transform you. It's whether you're ready to transform yourself. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.